this is the additional maths paper 2018, and we're looking at question 4. So question 4, to start off with, we've got indices. So remembering your indice rules, that when you're times in the variables before, we just times them as normal. So 5 times 6 gives us 30. And then we're adding the powers because we're multiplying. So essentially we're doing 3/5 plus 4/5, which is quite a nice one to do on this question. So that's lovely. So our final answer is 30x, and then it's the 7/5. Next question. So the first thing I'm going to do is work out inside. So I've got brackets 36, and then remember adding those fractions up. So that's going to give us 4 plus so 8/5. Oh, and I put my x in. Here we go, and that's the half. So that means the square root. So if we think about the square root of that, so that's going to give us 6. There we go. And then with this bit, we're finding the square root of those. Did I add? Yeah, I did add them. Good. Which then means that we're technically, well, we're timesing the fractions, aren't we? So that's going to give us 8/10. So x and then 8/10. And that's that one done. You could simplify that down, which I probably would because they're mathematicians. There you go. So that's that next one done. Okay, the last one, as you can see, it's adding. We know straight away that we cannot add indices if they are different. Okay, so we're looking for something common here. Notice that everything is technically, I can write it out as 6/2/7 divided by 6/(x⁻⁷). I can do that all the way along and then plus them as I go, just so you're aware of what's going to happen in this scenario, but I'm not going to write out all of that because that would take me forever. So if we're looking at this first question, we're going to divide each section by 1/7. Well, the 6. So that's going to 6 divided by 6 is going to give us just x, and then we're taking away, so it's going to leave me with 1/7 there. And this one is going to give me a half, and again taken away. So 4 take away 1 is giving me 3/7, and then the last bit, 6 divided by 6, and it's just going to be 1 overall because we're dividing it all, and that's that end of that one as well. Okay, let's look at the answers. Sorry, I've written over it again, but as you can see, it's 30x⁵, and it did say allow it as a different version. Number 2 is 6x⁴, and basically if you've got another version of that, so with the 8/10, you probably would have still got the mark, but it's always good to cancel down. And then the last one is the correct method of extracting the factor of 3x⁴, but obviously if you did it as like I did it, where you divide by 6, that's fine as well. And as you can see, we're looking for the 2 marks here, so we needed to have x⁻⁷, half x⁻⁷, and 1, which we've got, but there was an alternative if you did a slightly different method. Okay, and that's that question.